Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I've got 11 questions for you on Home Alone and booby traps and which burglar got hit by each trap. It's a 50-50 chance if you get it right. And this is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds, and I am sitting in a Walmart parking lot recording this episode on my phone. I'm up here doing a show, and I brought some equipment, but I am not able to hook it up to my computer because I forgot certain cords and things. So, sorry about the sound quality, but today's episode is a short one, and it's a fun one, and I think it's perfect for this time of year and the holiday season coming up in the next few days. I'm going to give you a booby trap from the hit film Home Alone from 1990, number one grossing movie of that year, by the way. I remember seeing this in theaters with my parents, and it was a ton of fun. And you are going to listen to the booby trap, and you're going to decide if that booby trap happened to Harry or Marv. This was from one of my live nights this week, and people had a great time trying to figure these out, although some people got Marv and Harry mismatched, so they'd have the complete right answers with the names flipped, so they were complete wrong answers. So make sure you know who's Harry and who's Marv if you're playing along at home. And make sure you watch this movie this holiday season. Listening to this episode will probably stir up some excitement in you about this movie like it did with me writing the questions. And my kids have never seen it, so I'm definitely going to try and watch at least number one, if not 1 and 2, this year around the holidays. I'm getting super excited because this is my last big gig of the year up here in Sacramento. It is for a company called Slide Belts, who make a lot of cool different fashion and practical products that you can instead of like a belt hole like in your belt, everything's slide based, so you can make it as big or as small as you need to with like this certain type of fastener. So check them out. They're called Slide Belts, and I'm looking forward to doing their party in a few hours here. Still hanging out in this Walmart parking lot for another few hours. I'm traveling like crazy, and I have to, my flight landed at 8 a.m. in Sacramento today, and then I leave at 5:15 a.m. Tomorrow morning. So I'm not getting a hotel because it would be silly. So I will just be returning this rental car and then laying down at the airport, which I've done once or twice before. I think in Boston one time we had to stay overnight at the airport, Ashley and I, for a wedding. And it is uncomfortable, but you got to get through it. And like I said, last big thing, and then I'm off for like 10 days, and I have a bunch of podcasts still coming out for you guys, so lots of fun stuff. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we're going to jump into these questions on Home Alone and the burglars right now. Here we go. I also just realized that there are no sound effects or music available for this episode, so you're just listening to it as a jumbled voice memo recording. My apologies. But hey, at least I put an episode up today. Haven't missed one in 177 days. Here's question number 1 for Home Alone traps. Blowtorch to the scalp. Number 1, blowtorch to the scalp. Who did that happen to? Was it Harry or Marv? Number 2, iron to the face/forehead. Number 2, iron to the face/forehead. Number 3, shot in the forehead by a BB gun. Number 3, Home Alone Trap 3, shot in the forehead by a BB gun. Home Alone Trap number 4, shot in the groin by a BB gun. Ooh, tricking you up there. Number 4, shot in the groin by a BB gun. Number 5, we had steps on Christmas ornaments barefoot. Number 5, steps on Christmas ornaments barefoot. Number 6, steps on a nail. Number 6, steps on a nail. Number 7, hand burned by doorknob. Number 7, hand burned by doorknob. Number 8, trips on a low-placed wire. Number 8, trips on a low-placed wire. Number 9, gets a tarantula on his face. Gets a tarantula on his face. And number 10, gets covered in glue and blasted with feathers. Gets covered in glue and blasted with feathers. Your bonus question is the only question about Home Alone 2 for 2 points towards the start of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. What does Kevin drop, causing the burglars to both slip and fall? That would be your 2-point question if you were playing along live. Towards the start of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what does Kevin drop, causing the burglars to both slip and fall? All right, guys, those are your questions for Home Alone booby traps. Hopefully you got them all right, and we'll be right back with the answers. All right, here we go with the answers to the round on Home Alone burglar booby traps. Let's see how many of these you got. Number 1, blowtorch to the scalp was Harry, played by Joe Pesci. Number 1 was Harry. Number 2, iron to the face and forehead was Marv, played by Daniel Stern, Marv. Number 3, shot in the forehead by a BB gun was also Marv. He gets shot in the forehead. A lot of stuff happens to his head. In number 2, I think it's number 2, he turns into a skeleton, which is my favorite thing in any movie. It's just they just cut to a skeleton, like a plastic skeleton. Number 4, shot in the groin by a BB gun was Harry. Harry gets shot in the groin. Number 5, steps on Christmas ornaments barefoot. That is Marv sneaking in through the window. Number 6, steps on a nail. That is also Marv. He's going up those steps, and he steps, I think, completely on it. Number 7, hand burned by a doorknob. That's Harry. Number 8, trips on a low-placed wire is also Harry. He does a flip, and it's definitely not Joe Pesci doing the flip if you watch The Stuntman. It may be a woman. Number 9, gets a tarantula on his face is Marv. Buzz's tarantula, also Buzz's girlfriend, Woof. Number 10, gets covered in glue and blasted with feathers. That is Harry. One of my favorite lines in the movies. He says, "Why do you look like a chicken?" after that scene. And for 2 points towards the start of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what does Kevin drop, causing the burglars to both slip and fall? It is a pearl necklace. A pearl necklace, or pearls would have been the correct answer there. Not marbles, but pearls. All right, those were your 11 quick questions on Home Alone booby traps. Hopefully you had fun playing along with those, and maybe you battled a good friend or family member around the holidays in this quiz. Feel free to share this link with somebody. Tell a friend about the show. Help me out and spread the word and good cheer this holiday season about the #1 pop culture trivia podcast. Is that true? I don't know how to measure if it's #1. It's probably not #1. There's probably something that gets downloaded more than this, but hey, it's up there every single day, so tell somebody about it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow with much better sound quality on a brand new episode of the show. Cheers.